Hello, all you cool cats and kittens. Let's talk us some Crucible. So by now you should have listened to or read the first section, which is 16 minutes long, and you've been introduced to some important characters. I kind of wanted to talk to you about those characters since I'm not with you while you're reading, so hopefully this will help clear up some misconceptions or some confusion. So our first character is Tituba. She is actually a slave to Reverend Paris. She lives in their house, and she is an outcast in the village because obviously she is from Africa or Barbados or wherever it is that she says she's from. But obviously she does not look like anybody in the village, so she is a suspect character in this time. Then we have good old Reverend Paris, who should be a good guy because he is a reverend. However, he is very much hated in the community. In fact, hated so much that there are people in the community trying to get him overthrown from his pulpit. So anything he does is being scrutinized by the town. Reverend Paris, we're just going to say hated. Betty is Reverend Paris's daughter. And she seems to be in this comatose state right now, if you remember or recall. And they can't figure out what happened. There's rumors in the town going around that she is put a spell on and that she's practicing witchcraft. People are saying that she flew. There's a lot of different speculation going on, which is bad for her dad, Reverend Paris, since people already kind of hate him. And if you'll recall, when we learned about Puritanism, they're very much into their religion and being pure and following God. So anything that would have to do with witchcraft would definitely not be good if you are a reverend. Next, we're introduced to Abigail. Abigail is Paris's niece. I don't know if I spelled niece right, but I did. Nope, I did not. See? I don't even know how to spell sometimes. So, Abigail is Paris's niece. She is praying by Betty's bed because obviously if you've listened to the chapter, they were dancing. Yep, I said dancing, which goes against Puritan religious beliefs. That is a sin. You are going to hell. But anyway, she was dancing in the forest with Betty when Betty collapsed or passed out or whatever it is you want to call it. So she's hoping and praying on her lucky stars that Betty wakes up, because if she doesn't, it kind of makes Abigail look a little guilty. And she doesn't want a lot of people to know that they were out dancing in the woods, because she might get hung for that. Or I guess the right word would be hanged. She would be hanged for that. So she's kind of shaking in her boots right now. The next person we're introduced to is Mr. and Mrs. Putnam. These are the two busybodies of the town. They really, 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 really hate Reverend Paris. You'll find out more later why, but they hate Reverend Paris. So as soon as they heard that his daughter may have been involved in witchcraft along with his niece, they had to come running because they want this to be true so they can overthrow him from his pulpit. So they are being busybodies and coming to check on Betty, but really what they're doing is coming to get some gossip and see what they can spread in the town. Okay, and then next we kind of meet Mercy and Mary. Those are two servant girls in the town. They're friends with Betty and Abby, and they were also out there dancing in the woods, which is a sin, should not be doing, but they were all doing it. We find out that they were doing some sort of voodoo, and Betty sits up out of her coma and talks about how, quote from Betty, "Abby, you drank blood. You didn't tell them that." Abigail says, "Betty, you never say that again. You never." And Betty said, You did. You drank a charm to kill John Proctor's wife. You drank a charm to kill Goody Proctor." And Abigail smacks her across the face. So obviously Abigail, up here, this girl, she is in love with a guy named John Proctor, who is married, and she's drinking a blood charm in order to try and kill her. Abby is a real not nice girl, and you'll find out more about that as time goes on. Pretty much that's what's going down in this whole first part, and I hope this helped to clarify some things for you. Have fun reading part 2.